So let us see today a new topic that is in order of the reaction. Some important questions are there, derivations for different types of order of reactions. We have integrated rate equations. So integrated rate equation. Different order of the reactions are having different integrated rate equations, but in our portion we have only zero order and first order. For zero and first order we have derivations for integrated rate equation. Zero order and first order. What is integrated equation? Why we are studying this integrated equation? In the previous class, we studied about a differential equation. Differential equation. So differential equation, that differential equation is nothing but expressing the rate in terms of differentiation. That is minus dr by dt. dr by dt. Minus indicates the decrease in concentration of the reactant. R is reactant's concentration. T is the change in time. In the previous classes, we studied about this rate. This is nothing but instantaneous rate. That instantaneous rate is obtained from the graph. So that in that graph drawn between concentration versus time, in that graph, rate is obtained if the graph is drawn between concentration of the reactant versus time. In that, if you draw a slope, if you draw a tangent, for that tangent, whatever the slope is there, that slope becomes equal to the rate. So, in the differential form of the equation, rate is calculated graphically, that is by drawing the tangent at a time t. At a time t. At some time, at a time t, at that time we can calculate the instantaneous rate by drawing the tangent. Slope of the tangent becomes equal to the rate. But calculation of the rate in this manner is always not possible. Calculation of the rate from graphical method by drawing the tangent, calculating the slope is not a convenient method. So in order to get a convenient method to find out the rate, if you find out the rate equation, with that rate equation we can find out the order of the reaction. So in order to find out the order of the reaction, dependence of the rate on the concentration, and in order to write the rate equation, differential equation is not a convenient method. So in order to get a convenient method, whatever the differential equation is obtained from zero order or first order, that equation is subjected to integrated. That equation we call integrated rate equation. So different reactions are having different integrated reactions. Different reactions means here different order of the reactions. There are different types of orders are there, but in our portion we have only zero and first order integrated rate equation. First, let us see zero order. Let us see the zero order integrated rate equation. Definitely in the board examinations, one of these questions definitely will come. Definitely, no doubt at all. In this zero order or first order, from these two integrated equation, one question definitely will come. In organic SN1, SN2, one question definitely will come. In solid state, again some derivations are there for BCC, FCC, HCP. For that derivations are there. In those derivations, definitely one question will come in every question paper. So this is very important question, either zero order or first order. Either zero order, first order. Let us see, very simple, you can easily understand this zero order integrated rate equation, zero order. So in this zero order, let us consider a reaction, reactants are converted to products. For this, how we'll write the differential equation? Differential equation we can write minus dr by dt is equal to K into concentration of reactants whole power 0. So anything power 0 is equal to 1. So rate of the reaction is directly rate of the reaction is constant. Rate of the reaction is constant for zero order. So from this we can draw a graph between rate versus time for zero order is constant. Rate of the reaction is constant with the time. That is the graph, one of the graphs, because in these graphs are very important. Graphs are very important. So that is the one of the graph. Next, some other graphs will come. Let us see. Now, in this case, minus dr by dt is equal to k into r power 0. From this, we can write minus dr, or you take minus to that side. Dr is equal to minus k into dt. We can write like this. Now, this equation is integrated on both sides. Integrated on both sides. When it is integrated on both sides, it becomes 1 into dr. 1 into dr. This is k is constant, integral of 1 into dt. 1 into dr is nothing but r, concentration of r, and it is minus k, and 1 into t, 1 into dt is t plus constant. That is integrated constant. Let it be equation 1, where c is integrated constant. In the integration, we are adding a constant c. Now we have to find out the value of c. Here, value of c, how we'll calculate the value of c? At a time t is equal to 0. At a time t is equal to 0. When time t is equal to 0, then concentration becomes equal to R is equal to R naught. That is correct, because when time t is equal to 0 means reaction at the starting time. Still reaction was not started. At that time, whatever the concentration is there, that concentration we will take initial concentration. That is called initial concentration, where R naught is called initial concentration. Then substitute these values in equation 1. So substitute in equation 1. When it is substituted in equation 1, then it becomes R becomes R naught. T into anything 0, that becomes is equal to C. Now substitute this value of C in equation 1. Substitute in equation 1. So when substituted in equation 1, R is equal to, so R is as it is, R is equal to KT plus, sorry, here minus KT is equal to minus KT, where instead of C we can write R naught. Instead of C we can write R naught. It is the equation looks like, y is equal to mx plus c. It is the equation looks like y is equal to mx plus c. For this, if you draw a graph between rate, we can take in between the concentration of reactants, not rate, concentration of the reactants versus time. The graph is here negative slope is there, so graph is a negative slope. Here this point is nothing but R naught, initial concentration. initial concentration. And slope of this curve is equal to minus k. Slope of that curve is equal to minus k. So that is another graph related to zero order. This is the rate, this is the concentration of the reactants with the time. Concentration of the reactants decreases in every reaction, whether it is zero order, first order, whatever the reaction. In that reaction, the concentrations of the reactants decreases with the time. But in zero order, rate remains constant throughout the process of the reaction. Throughout the process of the reaction. So from this, what we will write again, from this we can write Kt is equal to, so you bring to Kt to this side, R0 to then R0, it becomes to this side. So some R0 minus R. Right now, you bring Kt to this side, R to this side, then it becomes a negative, it becomes a positive. So from this we can write K is equal to R0 minus R by T. This is the integrated rate equation for zero order. This is the integrated rate equation for zero order, where R0 is equal to initial concentration. It is initial concentration, where R you can take T. RT is the concentration at time T. RT is the concentration at time T. For example, if a reaction started, initial concentration is 100. After some time, let it be 30 minutes, 50% of the reaction completed. 50% is completed. Now, how much is left? 50. So, the concentration at the time T, or the concentration left at the time T. How much concentration is present at the time T? That is called RT. Sometimes in some books they will give R0 minus RT becomes equal to A minus X by T, where A is initial concentration, X is the concentration at the time T. X is the concentration at the time T, sorry, here they will give, instead of R0 minus RT, if you take X, where X is equal to R0 minus RT, then we will get another graph. What is the graph? That graph is drawn between X, that is R0 minus RT. That is the graph drawn between R0 minus RT versus T. And then what is the shape of that graph? Shape of that graph is a straight line. It is a straight line passing through the origin, and the slope of this curve is equal to K. Slope of this curve becomes equal to K. This is another graph related to zero order. What is the integrated rate equation? K is equal to initial concentration minus concentration at a time T by T. So K is equal to R0 minus RT by T. Okay. So this is a zero order reaction. This is the graph related to zero order. That is another graph. This is another graph related to zero order reaction. And some examples for this zero order. Already in the previous class we studied about these examples. Let us see once again some of the important examples and some other examples regarding this zero order. So decomposition of ammonia at 1130 Kelvin in presence of platinum to give N2 plus Re2. It is a zero order. Because why it is zero order? If you take platinum surface, in surface chemistry we studied about the catalysis. As the surface area increases, activity of the catalyst increases. So according to adsorption theory, These reactants are absorbed on the surface of the ammonia, and this is a chemical absorption. Chemical absorption is unilayer. At a high pressure, what happened is this ammonia gas is absorbed on the surface of the platinum. Once it is forms a unilayer on the surface of the platinum, at that high pressure, the rate of this surface is not available for further adsorption. So the rate of the reaction does not depend upon the concentration. Even if you take more amount of ammonia, that reaction will not depend on the concentration of ammonia, because at high pressure unilayer is formed. It means activity of the catalyst is already over, because that catalyst surface is covered with ammonia. It forms a unilayer. So the surface of the catalyst is not available for further reactants. As a result, at a high pressure, it is a zero order reaction. And one more important point regarding this decomposition of ammonia on the surface of the platinum surface is, for this one rate equation is proposed experimentally. That rate is equal to K1 into NH3 by 1 plus K2 into NH3. This is the rate equation proposed for ammonia, decomposition of ammonia. If you take at a high pressure, what happened? Concentration of NH3 is more on the surface of platinum. Complete platinum is absorbed with ammonia. So at high pressure, concentration of ammonia is more. When the concentration of ammonia is more, K2 into NH3 is, K2 NH3 is greater than 1 in the denominator. K2 into NH3 is more than 1, then 1 can be neglected. Then what happens? Then this rate equation changes to rate is equal to K1 into concentration of NH3. Now 1 is neglected here, it becomes K2 into concentration of NH3. NH3 cancel. Rate is equal to K1 by K2 is again constant. So K1 by K2 is again constant. So rate is equal to constant. This is nothing but zero order. So at a high pressure, decomposition of ammonia on the surface of the platinum is a zero order reaction. Let us see at low pressure. At low pressure, concentration of NH3 on the surface of platinum is less. Then what happens? 1 is more when compared to NH3, concentration of NH3. K2 into NH3. Now you can neglect this. We can neglect that concentration of NH3 into K2. We can neglect because that value is lesser than 1. Then this rate equation is modified. K1 into NH3 by 1. This rate equation is modified at low concentration. At low pressure, it is modified to this form. Rate is equal to K into NH3. At this stage, at low pressure, at low concentration of ammonia, when the concentration of ammonia on the surface of the palladium or platinum is less, on the surface of the platinum is less, then it is first order. Important point regarding this decomposition of ammonia on the surface of platinum. If ammonia decomposition of ammonia on the platinum surface at a high pressure is zero order. At low pressure, that is concentration is less, it is a first order. It is a first order. So this order of the reaction is calculated experimentally. So this is important rate equation for this is the important rate equation for decomposition of ammonia. This is nothing but rate is equal to K into concentration of NH3 by 1 plus K2 into NH3. So next, some other examples for this zero order reaction. Zero order reaction, some other examples are given, that is in the previous classes we saw some of the examples. Now let us see one more example, that is acetone. Acetone formula COCH3COCH3. This acetone, when treated with iodine in presence of acid medium, then CH3COCH2I, one of the hydrogen is replaced, then you will get a HI. It is also another example for zero order reaction. It is another example for zero order. Next, decomposition of N2O on the surface of hot platinum surface. Decomposition of N2O on hot platinum surface. It is also example N2 plus R42. It is also zero order. It is also zero order. And decomposition of hydrogen iodide on the surface of gold. It is also example for zero order. In the previous classes, we studied about photochemical reaction. Decomposition of ammonia on the surface of platinum. So decomposition of ammonia on surface of platinum depends upon conditions. At high concentration of ammonia, low concentration of ammonia, or high pressure, low pressure, depending on the condition, it belongs to either zero order or first order. That's about zero order integrated equation and some other examples and some what are the related graphs related to zero order. Let us see half-life. Another important concept in this is half-life. Next class we'll see about first order half-life. What is half-life? Half-life. What is half-life? Half-life is nothing but a time taken to convert initial amount to half. If you take 100 grams of any substance, to convert it into 50 grams, whatever the time taken, that is called T half. This half-life is shown with T half or T 50%. So time taken to convert initial amount into half. If you take 50 is converted to 25, it is also T half. 25 to 12.5, it is also T half. Whatever the amount you take, if you take m grams, to convert m into m by 2 grams, whatever the time taken for this process, that time we called it as half-life. So half-life is the time taken to convert initial amount into half, it is called half-life. So for half-life for zero order, so what is the integrated rate equation for zero order? K is equal to R naught RT concentration at a time T by T. Now for half-life T is equal to T half. T is equal to T half and RT is equal to R naught by 2. Yes or no? Initial amount converts to half. That time we called it as half-life. So for half-life, T becomes T half, RT becomes R naught by 2. So now substitute here, K is equal to R naught. This becomes R naught by 2. It becomes T half or T 50%. So 1 minus 1 by 2 becomes 1 minus 1 by 2 becomes half. So bring T half to this side, K to this side. So from this we can write T half is equal to initial concentration by 2K. Initial concentration by 2K. That is the graph drawn, sorry, that is the formula for T of for zero order. For zero order, what is the T of? T of is equal to initial concentration by 2 into rate constant. So T of for zero order is initial concentration by 2 into rate constant. 2 into rate constant. If we draw a graph between initial concentration R naught versus T of. So T of and initial concentration, both these are directly proportional. The graph is a straight line passing through the horizon. Now slope of this curve, slope becomes equal to 1 by 2K. Slope becomes equal to 1 by 2K. This 1 by 2K is slope. It is plus 0, you can put, this is y is equal to mx plus c, like. Here y-intercept is 0, that's why no y-intercept. So the graph drawn between R naught versus T of is a straight line. For this, slope becomes equal to 1 by 2K. Slope becomes equal to 1 by 2K. In some books, they will give initial concentration A, then A by 2K. Some books, they are given A is equal to initial concentration. Then the formula T of is equal to A by 2K. A by 2K. Okay, understand this? Are you